You have probably heard of the fear of death, but have you ever heard of an entire civilization that treated death as a celebration? A world where people lived not just to survive, but to become immortal after death. Welcome to ancient Egypt, a desert where 5,000 years ago, humanity erected stone structures that touched the sky, devised bizarre rituals to halt death, and declared themselves living gods. But how did this empire begin? How did scattered tribes unite to forge the world's first superpower? And what catastrophe suddenly struck, burying this eternal empire alive? If not for the river Nile, Egypt would never have existed. Amidst the unforgiving Sahara Desert, the Nile brought black, fertile soil every year, which they called Kemet, the Black Land. The remaining barren desert was called Deshret, the Red Land of Death. By 3100 BCE, Egypt was divided into two regions, Upper and Lower Egypt. People were locked in constant warfare over land and water. Then entered a brutal and visionary ruler, King Narmer. Narmer united both regions through a ferocious war. A 5,000-year-old carved stone, known as the Narmer palette, depicts how Narmer decapitated his enemies and lined up their severed heads. Narmer became the first to wear the combined red and white crown, marking the birth of the world's first pharaoh. Yet the earliest pharaohs engaged in a dark practice that will send chills down your spine. In the early dynastic period, when a king died, his court servants, concubines, and soldiers were poisoned alive and buried inside his tomb to serve him in the afterlife. Later, realizing that this practice was wiping out entire administrations, they replaced human sacrifices with small clay figurines known as ushapti. Now begins the Old Kingdom, known as the Age of Pyramids. Earlier tombs were merely humble mud brick mounds. Then came the legendary architect Imhotep. By stacking 6 stone platforms atop one another, he built the Step Pyramid of Saqqara. After him came Pharaoh Khufu, who raised the wonder that still stands today, the Great Pyramid of Giza. Let us clear up 2 major myths here. Myth: the pyramids were built by aliens or by slaves driven under the whip. Reality: excavations have uncovered an entire city built for pyramid workers. These were not slaves, but regular salaried laborers. In return for their labor, they received high-protein meat, bread, and custom hydration beer. Archaeologists have even found evidence of advanced medical care, including brain surgeries and reset fractures. But why all this effort? Simply to preserve a corpse. They believed that only if the physical body was preserved could the soul, the Ka and Ba, survive. The mummification process was gruesome. An iron hook was inserted through the nose to liquefy and extract the brain. They considered the brain a useless organ. The abdomen was incised to remove the liver, lungs, stomach, and intestines, which were then sealed inside canopic jars. Only the heart was left inside the body, because at the gates of the afterlife, the god Anubis would weigh the heart against the feather of truth. The body was dehydrated in natron salt for 70 days, wrapped in thousands of meters of linen bandages, and sealed away forever. The pharaohs believed they were gods and that their empire was eternal. But to shatter their arrogance, nature struck a blow against which they had no defense. Pharaoh Pepi II ruled for nearly 90 years. As he grew old, the royal court weakened, but the greatest catastrophe descended from the skies: a mega-drought. The annual Nile floods abruptly ceased. 1 year, 2 years, 5 years. The drought dragged on. Agriculture collapsed entirely. An ancient text, the Ipuwer Papyrus, records, "The river has turned to blood. The land is parched. Driven by hunger, people are eating their own children. Corpses lie scattered everywhere." The people watched as the pharaoh, whom they revered as the son of the sun god,
could not summon a single drop of rain from the heavens. Thousands of years of blind faith shattered in an instant. Starving and enraged, the populace stormed the palaces. The country fractured into pieces, and civil war erupted. And the most chilling part? In their fury, the mobs broke open the pyramids of those god kings, ripped out centuries-old mummies, looted their gold, and cast their remains into the desert sands. This marked the end of the Old Kingdom, known to history as the First Intermediate Period.
The pyramids were looted, faith in the gods was broken, and Egypt had turned into a wasteland of sand. Was this the final chapter of this civilization? Not at all. From the dust, a new Egypt would rise, a golden era featuring chariot warriors, a queen who ruled as a king, a radical ruler who banned all traditional gods, and the legendary golden mask of King Tutankhamun that would astonish the modern world. We will explore all of this in Part 2, The Golden Superpower and the Heretic King. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next part.